my bicycle started like to get dusty, you know, in my bedroom, and now it's there. And my father is like, I fucking told you, I should have fucking bought the bicycle. But yeah, a bit hilarious, to be honest.
I've just started streaming on my channel, by the way, and I'm going to send the link through to Honey Badger. Bear with me a second.
Can you send me an invite from the lobby? I think.
Do you know what? We're talking here, and I totally forgot about that. There we go. Right, you should have an invite there now.
Yeah.
And I'll get this sent in to Honey Badger. That's sorted. I think the stream's up and running, if I'm not mistaken, for TTTV. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. Oh, there's 12 people viewing already. And what we got? Electromania Shine On again. As the track of choice, as the music track of choice. Not bad. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, with the qualifying thing as well. Just before we go into qualifying, I'm going to start a 15-second timer on my iPad, so it'll count us in. And then when we get that, there'll be a track introduction, so there'll be about a 50-second track introduction. So after that, I'll go through that, and then I'll introduce you back in after that point. I'm going to try and time it as close to perfection as possible. But yeah,
all right.
Could go all wrong. But yeah, it should be good. You'll see it on the stream. If you saw it on Tuesday, you should know what I'm on about.
All right.
And Honey Badger's probably just typing in. Are you ready to go? I'm certainly ready to go. Right, 10 seconds.
Yikes.
Well, good evening everyone, and welcome to TTML. We are here for Evaluation Race 2 at the Autodromo Nacional de Monza. What an excellent track and what an excellent time we are going to have tonight, both out on track and in the commentary box as well. Of course, if you don't know me, I am James Hay, going to be taking you through the stream as always here on a Thursday night, and I'll be covering alongside my co-commentator, who I'll introduce beautifully in the next couple of seconds or so. He will be joining me in the commentary box as always. But we are here for Evaluation Race 2, and as I've said, I'm James Head. Joining me in the commentary box tonight is my old TTL F1 League 2 commentator and good friend. It's Mr. Paco Suarez. Paco, how you doing?
Hello, I'm doing fine. Really excited because this is like the first race I get to commentate on this game. So probably full of action, although it's only an evaluation race.
It is only an evaluation race, but I think the important thing to stress right from the off is that these guys will be literally going hell for leather to get a good result here tonight. This could be the difference of their season already. This could be the difference between them staying in Division 2, as this is Evaluation Race 2, it's technically Division 2, and Division 1. And these guys will be hoping to try and even bunk some of the drivers off in that top tier for Division 1. No divisions or anything like that has been decided. We should be having vehicle damage off tonight with the safety car off as well, and that is a result of the race format here tonight. It should work well. It worked certainly very well on Tuesday. If you didn't tune in to myself and Kieran McGinley commentating through Evaluation Race 1, you missed out on an absolute treat, because honestly, for most of that race, the top 10 or 11 drivers in that race were separated by less than 10 seconds out on track, which is unheard of, I think, in an evaluation race. But, Paco, obviously, we are here tonight for Evaluation Race 2. Looking at the drivers, who strikes out at you as being one of those guys to go through? And I'll give a full rundown of who we've got in just a second. But who do you think, from our drivers tonight, is going to really strike out at being that person who could be the level breaker between Division 2 and Division 1?
We actually have some good names. I mean, we have, for example, Darkbolt, you know, Jordan. He's pretty fast, as well as ILRT Dashi. But I think, yeah, probably those two, and maybe Patrick they could be the fastest guy today that could actually make the difference, between Division 1 and Division 2.
Well, let's go through the full rundown of the evaluation race. It has changed a little bit since the last graphic that I got, but I'll give you through the full rundown. If there's no driver here, I'll try and get that up in the lobby. But the Mercedes team are Bugatti and PSC Kelvin, familiar face to TTL F1 League 1 last season. Ferrari is Eltink and Legend. In the Red Bull, it is Tim Ventink and Carlsbury. In the McLaren is my co-commentator in League of Europe, ILRT J. Cole, and TTG Corp. I think that might be a nice pairing, that, to be honest. In the Racing Point, it is Darkbolt and Lord Holton, two very familiar names here in TTML. In the Alfa Romeo, it is an all-British and Irish combination with Dan Morris, our admin, and AGU1417. Bit of a mouthful to say that, so I'm just going to call you AJ, if that's okay. Renault is Scuba and Powdy, all-Irish team for the Renault. Haas, represented by FRL Ginger and ILRT Thyman, two Dutchmen there in the Haas. In the AlphaTauri, it is TTG Nathan and LR Patrick. As you say, LR Patrick could be a name to watch out for. And Williams, ILRT Dashi, and KYLLD Killed is the name of that driver. I can see him there in the Williams. He is within the lobby. We've got 18 drivers currently, 17 drivers, as you need to select your spectator cam. Totally forgot about that. Just realised that there in the lobby. But we should see some great action out on track. No Tim Venting here tonight, I've just been informed by Dan. So we are down a driver already. But 17 drivers currently within the lobby. Hopefully more to join. Should be a fascinating night, shouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that besides we have a good race or not, I think it's just like the... that we are in the need, of racing in this game, because we have had a couple of weeks already in this game, but I think we haven't seen that much action. We have had some social races and some stuff, but I think this is one of the first real encounters, of the season.
Yeah, and just to speak about as well, we do have two live streams running simultaneously on the channel here tonight on TTTV. Go and show some love for Aidan Carter and TTG Conti. I was going to call him ILRT Conti there. Goodness me, that would have been a bit of a thing to say. But Aidan and Conti are going to be taking you through on Evaluation Race 3. So if you are literally here waiting for that stream to be up, I think it's up now, so you can go and tune into that if you want to. Or you could stay here and with the graphics and all, and just be awe-inspired by Honey Badger and Tom there in the background, of course, who will be waving frantically at the camera, I assure you. We are going to have a nice track introduction as well, and that'll mean me trying to go through and do things simultaneously, which could end up horribly wrong. So I'm just warning people now not to expect that. But it looks like we're getting underway. Dan Morris has just readied up within the lobby, so it looks like we're just moments away from getting going. Final words from you, Paco, though, before we go into qualifying. With the safety car being on and vehicle damage off, could be quite an interesting race. Are we going to be prone to seeing a few safety cars here on track tonight?
It's actually a really interesting question, because we generally see the safety car or the virtual safety car come out because there is some debris on the track. But if there is not that possibility, then what will make the safety car come out? I'm honestly curious about it. Hopefully we might see at least a safety car.
I think we will see a safety car, or at least a virtual safety car at that as well. So hopefully it's going to be quite interesting. We should see a lot of overtaking, a lot of clean driving out on track. These guys are pretty much the best of the best when it comes to TTML. They're in Division 2 currently. All the admin team, of course, are going to be working behind the scenes, looking through all of this data and coming up with the official divisions in just a second. 30-second countdown. I'm just looking at the top of my screen and I'm indicating that the 30-second countdown is about to start any second now. I think we are getting underway. But for a track like Italy, you couldn't think of a better track to pick for an evaluation race. These guys have got to lay all on the line here tonight. And these guys have really got to produce a fantastic thing. Yeah, she's just realised that the safety car is now off. So there's no safety car. I think he's just... I was wondering why the safety car was on and vehicle damage was off. Didn't make sense, but there we go. There we go indeed. But here we go. We're literally moments away. Quite literally. We haven't started the countdown just yet, and I know Tom is probably eking to play that play button on his track introduction there in the background. But we should be getting going. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, who isn't? That's the real question.
Who isn't? If you're not excited, then you're not really an F1 fan, to be honest, or a sim racing fan at that as well. But the Autodromo Nacional de Monza is going to welcome us in. The 30-second countdown has started, which means I'm going to have to quickly get my timer up on my iPad and get the stream up simultaneously as well to get working on this.
Just a quick shout out to Joe Corby that is wishing good luck to everybody, including ourselves. So yeah, good luck to you too, Joe.
Yeah, good luck to Joe Cowboy, of course, who is in the comment section there. 15-second countdown on my end has started. So that means we're about to get underway here for the Autodromo Nacional de Monza. And that means it is track introduction time, which means, hopefully, this is all going to go completely and utterly right. So we are here then at the Autodromo Nacional de Monza, and we should see some great racing, of course, out on track tonight. Just preempting the video to start on the stream, by the way. My iPad is running a little bit behind, so that is not great. But we should have it started soon. I think it's running on a bit of a delay here on my stream, so I'm going to preempt it anyways. We are here at the Autodromo Nacional de Monza for round 1, the TTML evaluation race. And I know I've totally messed this up already because I've just seen it come up on my iPad now. But the TTML evaluation race is here. It is race 1 here tonight, technically, in Monza for TTML Masters League for race 2. The action about to get underway very shortly indeed. You know, you put out in a lot of practice. But, of course, my name is James Hay, going to be taking you through the stream. Paco Suarez is going to be alongside me in the commentary box. 11 corners away at the drivers out on track. 75% of this is flat out, so these guys will be hoping for some very good racing out on track and some very good qualifying times at that. And it is quite a flat track. It's a bootleg-shaped track as well here at Italy. Hopefully, it is going to be absolutely fantastic. The first cars are about to come out on the track. I need to really work on my track introduction skills, but 40 seconds already gone in qualifying, and the first guys are coming out on track. So, Paco, we asked you this question earlier on. Who are you going to predict for qualifying for the win here? Well, not for the win, but for qualifying to take pole position.
There are some big names, but I have full faith on Dark Bolt. I know him personally, and I think he can do great today.
Dark Bolt, did you say?
Yeah, Dark Bolt.
Yeah, Dark Bolt should be one of the names to really look out for here out on track. Just seeing who's the first one out on track. I think it's Carlsbury in the Red Bull who was first out on track. The Finn, of course, from TTL F1 League 1. Really produced some good performances actually last season, did Carlsbury. Hoping for a much better result this time. He could be one of those guys that could really do well. And I think, given the amount of talent that we've got here tonight for Evaluation Race 2, and technically for Division 2, it should be quite interesting to see how all these guys get on. Interesting to see a bit of a difference, actually, in the strategies. Soft compound of tyres and medium compound of tyres as well. For some of the guys out on tracks like Cowboy, Killed and Dan Morris are the 3 that are on mediums. Colesbury on a set of softs, though. It should happen to be quite good, I think, for the Red Bull driver. And we'll see him coming through Parabolica for the first time on his outlap. And he's about to get underway on this. And I've just been informed that I need to do something. So, Paco, take it away on the qualifying lap.
Alright. Well, we are on board with the Red Bull. As we can see, he's heading to the first chicane. As he's going to brake on the 100 marker board, going down to second gear. He has to go really, really smooth on the throttle to not lose the back end. And now he's going to the second chicane just before Lesmo 1 and Lesmo 2. And it's going to be really, really important, this chicane, as on the last game we could see you could really easily go over the curb and you would lose the car so easily. Now he's heading to Lesmo 1, he stays in 5th gear as he now goes back to the 5th gear again. And, well, he's not risking that much, but it seems like a really smooth lap. Now heading to a Scary with DRS open. Brakes on the 50-meter board. Watch out to not lose the back end, although in this game you have much more traction than on the previous one. And now on the final corner, just to Parabolica. What time will he set? That's gonna be the real question though, as he has a car just in front of him. And it's gonna be a 1:19.1. Not bad. Not a bad lap from Carlsberry.
Not bad lap. Look, a really clean lap, to be honest, from Carlsberry. 1:19.1 is exactly where you want to be going, I think, for Division 2 so far. So that is the time to be. He's the only one to have came across the line. Cowboy coming around the final corner as Legend has gone quickest, 5/10 quicker than Carlsberry with the 1:18.6. We could get into the 1:17s. Dashi coming into second. Cowboy in a set of mediums goes fourth, however, the Irishman on a 1:20.4. Kill just coming across the line in the Williams, and he comes across the line about 300s quicker than Cowboy. So nice up there by the Williams man. Let's go on board with Scuba, another Irishman. We seem to be going on board with all the Irishmen so far here tonight. Scuba now on the run down towards Parabolica. Turn 11 out on track. You can see on the track map on the right hand side, it definitely does look like a bootleg shape. Obviously, if you were to rotate the camera, then it would be. But Scuba better come across the start finish line now, and we'll go fifth with a 1:19.5. And this is the great thing about having a look around the car. You can have a look around the car, which is absolutely fantastic. You can see the DRS open, now not open because he came to the end of the DRS straight there. But Scuba, really intriguing. Dan Morris comes across the line 1:20.3, but currently Legend out on top.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really good lap. 1:18.6. We were surprised by Carlsberry lap, that was not that bad, but then suddenly Leyenda came and set a 1:18.6, so it's gonna be interesting. We can see some other drivers, you know, Dashi is not that far behind, and there's still some drivers like Darkbolt that is on his out lap, or even J. Cole that could actually surprise us.
Yeah, J. Cole is the man I'm on board with currently. 52.9 through the middle sector for the McLaren man, reaching in excess of 200 miles an hour down towards Ascari. Through turns 8, 9 and 10, and then on the run towards Parabolic. He's got a car just ahead of him out on track. Looks like it might be Parody or Lord Holton possibly going through the final corner. I'll confirm that in just a second. But J. Cole coming around the final corner now, and it's neither of them, by the way, coming across. I think it's TTG Nathan coming into the pits. J. Cole now across the line, and it's a 1:19.6 on a second lap of softs. Obviously, he must have invalidated his first lap. So 1:19.6, not a bad lap, and he's only a second off Legend at the end.
Yeah, definitely. There's plenty of time that he could find. And meanwhile, if you can go on board with Darkbolt, because he's on his lap setting, I think it was purple sector in the first one. It was unfortunate because there was plenty of traffic ahead of him. And I don't know if that affected him, but still, it seems like he's going pretty fast. And he's now heading to Scary, as he sets again the second fastest sector.
52.6 through the middle sector, really attacking Ascari. Very nice through there by Darkbolt, looking very quick. He looks like he's going to be in and around Carlsberry, Aju and Nathan sort of area, I think. Possibly third, fourth or fifth. It could be quite close here between these four. Darkbolt now around the final corner. Let's see what the Racing Point man can do. Is he going to come into the pit lane? No, he's not. He's going to take a very deep line down to the line. Goes third and only 500ths of a second off Dashi. Good lap there by Darkbolt. The third man into the 1:18s. And with 7 minutes gone, it's Legend out on top, Dashi in second, Darkbolt in third. But quite a close qualifying session so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it seems like Leyenda could be one step ahead of Dashi and Darkbolt, but definitely we have some interesting battles going on, you know, in the middle of the grid, as we have Patrick and J. Cole, you know, separated just by 400ths of a second, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, you're totally right.
Oh, there was I think it was Eltink going after La Roja and now Lesmo. I think he touched the gravel and he probably lost a bit of time.
He just started off on a lap there as well. I'm above with Powdy. He's just about to come across the line. This is looking very quick lap from the Irishman. Goes fourth, 119 flat from Powdy. And that is his first technical lap on that set of tyres. So Powdy coming in there, fourth position, and only 4 tenths off Legend. Legend currently has it 118.6. Dashy second, Dark Bolt in third. Yeah, Elting has invalidated his lap, and he's given a little bit of a toll there. It looked like two Dark Bolt who might be coming into the pit, weaving there, Dark Bolt, as he comes towards the pit lane. But we're through the first 8 minutes of this session, nearly halfway through qualifying. Legend out on top, Dashy second, Dark Bolt in third, as Dark Bolt just makes his way into the pits lane there. Powdy in fourth, Carlsbury in fifth, with Adriu in sixth, Nathan in seventh, Scuba in eighth. We'll go on board actually with Nathan, who's coming round the final corner now, unless anybody else is on a lap.
Ginger, going through Lesmo.
Let's have a look at Ginger then, the Dutchman, in the Haas, coming through the second Lesmo there. Not too bad through the middle sector. Looks like he's going to be well up there in terms of pace, but only 5 tenths of a second as Powdy just gets out the way on the left-hand side. Ginger, 52.5 through the middle sector from the Haas man. He now comes through Ascari, looking very nice through there. Very, very lovely through there was Ginger, as Carlsbury goes quickest, 118.5. Legend now only a tenth off in second, so Carlsbury going quicker. Apologies I didn't get his fastest lap there, but Ginger now around the final corner, just touching the grass on the inside. Is the Haasman going to take a very deep line? He will. To the start-finish line, across the line he comes, and it's a 119.1, 500th of a second off Nathan. Legend responds, 400th of a second between Legend and Carlsbury. The Dane goes to the top of the leaderboard with just over half of qualifying done.
But hold on, because Dashi is now in a lap, and I don't know how good is the lap. We will see in a second. Ooh. Oh, he isn't improving, and he invalidates.
And he's invalidated.
Yep.
Invalidated. It took too much curb there through Ascari. He was looking quite good. He was 500ths off, so the German hopefully going to be cutting out that Ascari chicane quite a lot. Oh my camera's just glitched out there. Dashi now around the final corner. He is going to complete his lap, I do believe, unless he's going to come into the pit lane. Looks like he's running very low fuel run there. Dashi, rightfully so, comes into the pit lane. 118.9 his current best. There was a yellow flag briefly there through the second Lesmo, but I think it's only because the driver's getting ready on their laps.
Yeah.
Let's go on board with AJ, the Alfa Romeo man, 10th up through the middle sector. So he now comes through Ascari, and then on the run towards Parabolica, of course, for what could be his final time. But the yellow flag's just in behind him, which is not going to concern him at all. He hasn't got a turtle running down the straight, so AJ will be hoping to try and improve. A 10th of a second improvement could put him in range of Dark Bolt Dashy sort of area for third. So AJ now comes round the final corner. The Alfa Romeo man about to come across the line. Oh, and he's tricked us. He's come into the pit lane. Terrible.
Yeah, and right behind him is Patrick. That he's gonna finish. Oh no, he's gonna start again the lap. All right. I think probably he missed. He made a mistake and he just saved DRS, and now he's going for his second attempt.
Yeah, Patrick, 119.6. Hopefully he will be able to improve on that time. The Alpha Tauri man, I should say, not the Alfa Romeo man. I think I've been saying all evening. But Jacob's just in behind him, actually out on track. He's coming through the middle sector. Let's run on board with him as he comes now down towards Ascari. Beautiful broadcast cameras here, and he's 8.5 tenths off as I go on board with him. Running no ERS, which suggests to me, as he's just invalidated his lap, he'll be coming back into the pit lane. Oh, Patrick's gone off through the Della Roccia chicane.
Yeah, definitely not a great place to lose it. Probably he touched the gravel and he just lost the car. I mean, it's really easy to just come off the track and lose the back end of the car.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Dark Ball coming through the middle sector, not on a lap at all. Just trying to see who is on a lap, actually. Scuba isn't, Lord Holton isn't, Patrick isn't, J. Cole isn't, Callboy isn't either. So we're in a bit of no man's land, to be honest, in terms of drivers setting laps. Ferrari has briefly stopped on track there. Looks like it was Elting getting out of the way. Yeah, he's just preparing for laps. So actually, let's go on board with Elting because he comes around the final corner. The Dutchman will be hoping for a very good result. Still in P17, the only driver not to set any sort of lap time as he now comes down the straight, reaching in excess of 215 miles an hour. These cars can get up to under the braking zone at 12,000 RPM. Braking very hard down into the braking zone of the Rettifilo chicane through turns 1 and 2, and that is beautiful through there from Elting because he now comes through turn 3 at the Curva Grande, which can be taken flat out like 75% of the track can, Eltink now round into the first sector split. There's a 25.7 through the first sector. That's a very quick first sector from Eltink. Just catches the curb on the inside, but not too shabby through the De La Rocha chicane as he now comes through the two Lesmos. Very nice again through the first Lesmo. Now through the second. Can he carry the speed? He can. As that was an improvement by J. Cole, I think, up to 5th.
Yeah.
Nice lap there, 119 flat from the McLaren man. 52.1 from Elting through the middle sector. It's not too bad this lap, to be honest, from him. Ferrari man just catches the curb on the inside of Ascari, but no invalidation to yet, as he now comes past our camera position there on the run towards Parabolica. Can the Ferrari man improve with only 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in qualifying? Legend on top, Cosby second, Dashi in third, but Elting now around the final corner. He's really going to put himself in for play here. Coming across the line. Oh, he goes top!
Not.
He does not go third at all, Paco! 118.5 from Elting. A fantastic lap. You could not get a cleaner lap like that. Elting makes it a Tifosi 1-2. They will be absolutely jumping in the grandstands if there was an Italian Grand Prix with fans this year, of course.
To be honest, I was looking the first sector and I saw that he was purple, but then on the second one I saw he was a little bit off the time from Leyende, so that's why I said that he was going to be third, but surprisingly he did an amazing third sector.
Oh, and Dashi, wow, 118.2 comes in there. Apologies for missing his lap completely, but Dashi now comes in, and the Tifosi have gone from jubilation to absolute anger, I think. Dashi now out on top in a Williams of all cars.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he came out of the blue. I mean, we didn't see him coming, and suddenly he sets a 118.2, so that's a really good time. But will Allende answer to that, or will Carlos Berry? Because I think the Red Bull... No, he's going into the pits. Never mind.
I don't blame him. There's only 3 minutes to go, really, in the session. Yep. Dashi's teammate, by the way, Killed, has just gone 5th with a 118.6, so goes 4.5 tenths behind his teammate. So, but look at the difference, though. Dashi down to, Scuba is just over a second separating the top 13. This is how close qualifying can be here at Italy, and it can certainly be quite close because Eltink, Legend and Carlsbury are separated by 0.06 of a second. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really close. And right now, if you want to see some action, we have Patrick on a lap, and just behind we have Ginger in a lap. So the AlphaTauri right now getting close to La Roja chicane, and he's actually improving by 2 tenths, and it's not a bad first sector as he locks up a little bit, but good exit from the AlphaTauri driver, and now going through Lesmo 1 down to 5th gear. And probably Lesmo 2, the same gear. He goes down, 5th gear again.
Ooh.
As he almost touches the gravel. Really close call there from the AlphaTauri.
I think he's lost time through this middle sector, as Patrick. Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
12 hundredths of a second up on his time. It didn't look the greatest middle sector, to be honest, but we ride him. But and he goes for spin. Luckily, damage is off, so he picks no damage up at all. But Patrick is the first casualty at Ascari's. He just resets the track there. Ginger, I think, was also on a lap as well. Not sure what his middle sector was like as he comes past the stricken AlphaTauri who was just spun. But Ginger now on a lap. Looks like Patrick's session might be done unless he can go for another lap. Ginger is improving through the middle sectors. He now comes around the final corner in the Haas. Can he improve? I think he could go second, to be honest, with this lap. Across the line, goes 5th. 118.6. That is the difference, though. 0.05 of a second separating second to 5th. And putting Killed as well. Second to 6th, I correct myself. 5.5 tenths separating the top, second to 6th, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, this qualifying is showing how close some part of the field are, and we can see that top 6 probably, it's actually quite close, as we have right now Nathan on the AlphaTauri on a lap. Oh, and he validated. Never mind. I mean, he turned really early on that chicane. I mean, I don't know how he did it. He definitely turned really early.
Everyone on an outlap currently, though. Patrick, I've gone back on board with because he's a 1/10 of a second up through the first sector. You've just picked up on something, I believe, though.
Leyende and Darkbolt are on a lap.
Go on board with them, of course. As soon as I'm just tracking them through. I think Darkbolt's just coming across the line there now, or through the middle sector. And then Legend is coming up towards the Della Roggia chicane. I do believe it was Patrick loses that control nearly again through Ascari, who's on the outside this time of Ascari. And Darkbolt, was it?
Darkbolt was going purple, and he just invalidated into Ascari.
Through Ascari. Terrible from Darkbolt. 118.9 though. He's in the 118s. He can just about nick across the line if he's got enough fuel for another lap. And I think, judging by that, no. Is the answer to that, as he spins into the pit lane. Well done. Fantastic.
He went into the pits in style.
He did go into the pits in style. Legend, by the way, a 10th down through the middle sector, and he's invalidated through Ascari, so he won't be improving. Colsbury 200th down, and Eltink a 10th down through the first sector. Eltink is going to be one of the first to come across the line. We've got Dashi as well on an outlap, however I think he is done on that outlap because it's 30 seconds inferior as Elting sets a purple middle sector.
Yep.
So the and he invalidates to Ascari. Ascari's really catching drivers out here tonight.
But what? Oh no!
Oh, Colsbury's done it as well. What is it with Ascari and everyone out on track on their final laps? Is the nerves getting into play? Powdy is someone that hasn't invalidated through Ascari. He's got a 19.9 to his 19 flat, I should say, to his name. Can the Irishman improve coming across the line? No, 10th down. And that is it for qualifying. Colsbury obviously done. Oh, he did improve actually, Colsbury, but it was invalid lap. 118.4 he would have set, so he would have went second with that lap. But the German, ILRT Dashi, you said Darkbolt was a lively contender. Dashi, though, takes it out on top by 0.3 of a second from Elting. Quite dominant in the end from the Williams man.
I mean, James, you should know that commentators, we have a special power when it comes to predicting things. But yeah, I mean, astonishing lap by Dashi. He definitely did a great lap, and we could see that Elting or even Cowsbury, you could argue that they were close, you know, to maybe beating him, but they just bottled going into Ascari.
Yeah, Ascari really catching drivers out. We're just waiting for AJ, by the way, to retire from the session. A 118.8 from the Alfa Romeo man down there in 7th. But a very close grid, which is what I like to see. A 10th, a second separating the top 13. Adding to, Dashi down to Kelvin, 1.8 seconds separating the whole field, which is not too bad at all.
No, definitely it's not. I mean, we have an interesting race because definitely we can see that each part of the grid has like plenty of people involved. You know, we have like the top part of the grid that we could say that we have 4 or 5 drivers, and then we have the middle part with maybe 7 drivers, and then the bottom part of the grid.
It's ILRT Dashi, though, who takes it out on top by 0.3 of a second from Eltink in second. Legend in third, with Colsbury on the second row of the grid in fourth. How those Tifosis will be ruining that there wasn't a German in front of them. FRL Ginger in 5th position, with Killed in 6th, AJ in 7th, Darkbolt in 8th, J. Cole in 9th, Powdy filling out the top 10, then Nathan, then a whole host of Irishmen in Dan Morris, Scuba and Cowboy 12th, 13th and 14th, Laura Holton 15th, Patrick in 16th, and Kelvin in 17th, the Portuguese man down there 1.8 seconds off Dashi's time. But let's have a look then at the track once again. 11 corners await the drivers out on track tonight. A bootleg shape, we've got the Rettifilio chicane, Curva Grande, Della Roggia, the 2 Lesmos, Ascari and Parabolica. How's that for track memory?
Oof, great. I mean, awesome.
Name a commentator that can memorise that without looking at a track map as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was also doing that, you know, of course I was.
The physical power, the mental power that Paco was giving me there was brilliant.
Yeah.
But, yeah, 27 laps away the drivers out on track, 5.793 kilometres in length, a race distance of just over 97 mile or 156.4 kilometres if you want to be very picky. 20 seconds to go, though, until the session starts. Fantastic to see everyone, by the way, in the comment section. I'm going to tune into the comment section and see how you guys are doing on this fabulous Thursday night. We have got more action, of course, to come in the shape of Evaluation Race 4 and Evaluation Race 5, where I will not be making an absolute mockery out of the track introduction, I have you know, because there's no graphics we're commentating on tomorrow for Evaluation Race 5. So that's good. That's good. I can practice for a week.
Oh, this is cool.
The tyre graphic, which...
pit stop strategy, yeah.
Yeah, the tyre graphic, which has not came up on my screen.
Oh.
It'll come up eventually, you watch.
I was going to say, apart from when the predicted tyre strategy came up, I was going to say that actually made saying on the chat that this is important. In the Evaluation 3 race, the fastest lap on qualifying was a 1:18.5. So actually 4 drivers in this grid could be in front of that fastest lap. So interesting things going on the other grid as well.
Good facts there from Maze as well. Of course, Evaluation Race 3 is happening. If you want to show some love to Aiden and to Conti in the commentary box for that, you can tune in. But if you want to stay here with the graphics and all, then you can do that as well. Or you could have a dual monitor setup where you can watch both at once and then listen to 2 commentaries at once. See? I like to promote all forms of commentary here. Hopefully we'll have the tyre graphic come up, by the way, before the end of this formation lap, because I'm desperate to see what the strategy is going to be like. Take the tyre graphic with a pinch of salt, though.
I mean, probably pitting on lap 12-13. I don't think it's more complex than that. But just before it appears or whatever happens, I just want to ask you quickly, and I think you can see this from miles away.
I can see where this is going.
What's your top 3 for today?
Oh, my top 3 for today. It's quite interesting, though, because some of these guys I haven't commentated on before. But just purely based off qualifying, I think Dashi could take the world of beating here. I think the Williams man is going to win. For second, I'd love to see Carlsbury finish in second. And for third, bit of a punt further down the field, Scuba for third. I think he might have better race pace than qualifying pace. So watch out for him.
Interesting.
What about you, Paco?
I'm gonna go quickly with Elting in the win. I think he has more pace than Dashi. I'm gonna put Carlsbury in third, and I'm gonna put Darkbolt in third.
Darkbolt in third? I think he said third twice there.
Yeah, sorry. Carlsbury in second, and then, Darkbolt in third. My bad.
Carlsbury in second, Darkbolt in third. I think we got that. So, the 5 red lights on. We're about to go out with the predicted pit stop strategy that comes up on my screen. 5 red lights are right here. An Evaluation Race 2, and it's light down. Away we go. Dashi gets a very good start. Elting cuts across on Legend as well. Ginger's got a good start as well, and is trying to go 3 wide down the straight. Oh, right on board with Dashi in towards turn 1. Ginger trying to go down the middle. Not going to happen. Bit of a Constantine effect in behind. No damage, of course, on. So these guys will not pick up any front wing damage or anything like that. But Dashi is away. But Elting right on the back of him and using overtake mode to good effect already through Curva Grande. And he's only a 10th off. And he's trying to go around the outside of him in towards the Della Roger chicane. Not going to quite happen. Carlsbury, so, is on Legend, trying to go for the move, but already Dashi and Elting have pulled away 1.5 seconds. Carlsbury down the inside of Legend, very close, but very clean action so far. And the front two are really beginning to get away. Legend is holding up a right train here. The Tifosi are probably screaming at him. Those fans in the grandstands, I should say. Legend is going to be getting screamed at not to let these guys hold up, and Elting trying to go down the inside of Dashi. And he's used up his overtake mode already, has Dashi. And so has Elting. Lap 10 to 12 for the predicted pit stop strategy from mediums. Hards is lap 9 to 12, which I think you can take with a little bit of pinch of salt, because the drivers can probably go longer than that. But the front two using up their overtake mode to good effect. Dashi out on top from Elting in second. If you told me 1.7 seconds, it came down to just 6/10 as Legend has dropped down on my screen. Have we got a bit of a desync going on? I wonder. Elting down the inside.
That's a glitch. Oof.
Dashi, goodness me, side-by-side contact between them both. The Dutchman leading the way from the German now. So Elting is through. On Dashi, gets the move done for the lead of the race. Bit of a heavy-hearted move, but a good move nonetheless, as Elting leads from Dashi in second. Carlsbury in third. Yep, we're getting a whole load of glitches going on the left-hand side here. But Elting leads the way. Dashi second. We're right on board with Carlsbury, who is, I guarantee you, in 4th position. Yes, he is now, which is good.
Yeah. we are back. We are back into normal.
Predictive pit stop strategy keeps coming up on my screen, which is fantastic. We are on lap 2, by the way, as well. It's not lap 3, we're on lap 2 here in Italy. It is Elting who leads, Dashi second, as AJ has gone down the field and has gone for a little bit of a spin coming through Lesmo 2, it seems, and he has a whole host of cars coming past him. J. Cole trying to go down the inside of Scuba. Actually, no, this is Coleboy we're on board with, going down the inside of J. Cole, trying to get the move done. Oh, and J. Cole's lost it! J. Cole has lost it through a Scary, lost it by himself on the outside curb, snap of oversteer, he is round, and he's kind of glitching into the map there on my screen as well. But there's so much going on, we can't really keep up. Legend is on the back of Dashi and Elting, and it could be 3 wide down towards turn 1. You love to see it here in TTML Evaluation Race 2.
Oh my
Elting
God.
leads onto lap 3, but Dashi trying to go down the inside. Everyone quite conservative though, and I think they have to be conservative if they want to try and keep those positions. AJ by the way on Patrick, further down the field, cuts across the corner. Patrick says none of that. The AlphaTauri man trying to get through for 12th position here. AJ and Patrick. Dan Morris is just sitting in behind, probably thinking, come on guys, get a move on, I want to get on with my race.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and look at that. Patrick going for
Down
the
the
move on
inside.
AJ.
Good
Nice.
move.
Yeah.
Very
And
good
it seemed
move.
like he was going to go back, but he couldn't. Oh, look at that. I mean, at the back, they're just trying. No, that racing point. I think he was going for it, but just on the last minute, just before hitting the apex, I think he just backed off because he knew it was impossible. Oh, and an AlphaTauri almost losing it. Yeah, it's Patrick again.
Patrick again. Yeah, Patrick overheating the tyres, I think, slightly further down the field. Dashi was right on the back of Elting, by the way, and sorry to cut in there, but there's so much going on, we can hardly keep up. It is like Evaluation Race 1 here, so it is literally one of our first commentaries together as well, so please bear that in mind if we're shouting over each other and whatever. But Elting leading the way. Here comes Dashi though. Is he going to overtake for the lead of the race? He's not using the overtake mode up actually. Does he feel he can get it done with DRS? He feels like he can. He certainly can, because the German is now through down the inside on the Dutchman, and Dashi is through and he's into the lead of the race. Elting trying to get the switch back. Not quite. Dashi pulls that one off and he's into the lead of the race. Good move.
Yeah, definitely good move, and I'm super. Oh, and he could go back again at the Dashi. No, he's too far away, right?
Yeah, Elting running out of ERS there actually. 0% of ERS running through Curva Grande. So really using this up to good effect. Maybe he's got automatic ERS on.
Yeah, probably that could be a factor, I'm not gonna lie. And I have to say that it's surprising because Darkbolt, right, and the rest of the grid behind him were 1.7 or even more, you know, behind Kylid. That is the one closing that part of the grid, right?
Yeah.
But Darkbolt has been able to close that gap again, and getting the DRS
Dashi
range.
lost it from the lead of the race! I can't believe it! Dashi has lost it from the lead of the race. He's got caught on the inside curve coming through a Scary. Just caught that right at the death. Dashi has lost it from the lead of the race. I can't believe it. And AJ's lost it in the background as well from, I think, a fight with Dan Morris for 11th or 12th. So AJ is round in the background as well, but Dashi's lost it from the lead of the race. Unbelievable stuff. And now the two Tafolsis are going to go at it. Literally hell for leather stuff. Lap 5 out of 27. Legend trying to go around the outside of his teammate. Oh, very good move.
Yeah, really. Oh, but wait, hold on. The other Ferrari is still trying round the outside. Now he gets back to the slipstream, but it's gonna be really, really difficult. We can see that he has barely ERS. Is he gonna try and launch it down La Roccia? No, really difficult to try there.
Oh, and he puts a wheel into the gravel as well, does Elting, and now Carlsbury is gonna take that for, well, pretty much second position if he can try and get the run down towards the scoring. Get a good run through here, the second Lesmo. Legend out on top from Elting in second. Just to come on board, by the way, with the top 11. 9.7 seconds separate the top 11, so there is literally no room for error. If you discount Dan Morris out of that, it's what? 5.5 seconds separating the top 10. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I'm just gutted because if Elting actually managed the ERS, he could actually be quite ahead of Legenda, because look at that, he has barely no ERS and he is actually really, really close, and he's gonna actually try it again.
He's run out of ERS down the straight. He's run out of VRS down the strip, but he's going to get the move done
matter.
anyways, I think. It doesn't really matter at all. And Elting now back through to the lead of the race. These two falsies, I think, would be helping each other rather than hinder, as Legend picks up, I think, his first 3-second time penalty of the race. Callboy, by the way, is through on Scuba down the straight for 9th position, as is Patrick on Lord Hulton. Just saw that move done in the background of shot down towards turn 1. Patrick is through and he's up into 12th position. But fantastic racing out on track. Darkbolt, by the way, is all over the back of Killed as well for 5th and 6th. Having a look at the position gains as well. Most positions gained is Callboy with 5 positions gained. Everyone in the top 14, bar Dashi, AJ and J Call, who are 15, 16 and 17, everyone has gained a single position at least, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Because, I mean, the good thing about Italy is that it's a track where you can actually make a comeback. You know, it's true that you have like the DRS train, right? But I think it's quite easy compared to other tracks to actually make a comeback.
Yeah, it is very hard, I think, for the drivers behind, certainly. When they're stuck in that DRS train, it is very hard, I feel. And it's always at the advantage of the driver in front to really try and get away and try and break the slipstream, as we're seeing here with Legend. Are we going to see a move done? Oh, this is already going to be moved done. You can see the Ferrari just goes waltzing on by. No, he's going to go around the inside of him. Side by side through turn 1, and now Tinker's fought back. Negative, intra, positive. Into the lead of the race he goes. Fantastic stuff by the Dutchman.
Yeah, but this is not over. This is far from over.
Darkbolt as well. Unkilled, just in behind. This is 5th position, down the inside through Curva Grande. That was done. Darkbolt using up, very good effect, and the Brit is through and he's up to 5th position. Unkilled, his fellow Brit, and now Killed has actually just lost another position, putting one wheel in the gravel. Nathan through up to 6th.
I mean, he lost a little bit the back end, and I think he was going to try and defend, but when he saw Nathan just going side by side with him, I think he just backed off.
Yeah, he did, and I think obviously this race is just absolutely brilliant so far. I thought I had fun commentating on Evaluation Race 1, but this is something else. Callboy's just picked up a 3-second time penalty. The top 7 are separated by less than 2.5 seconds out on track. Kill just dropping off a little bit. But the top 5, as we see Carlsbury right on the back of Legend through the final corner. This could be quite dicey down towards turn 1. Are we going to get a 3 wide? Exactly what I'm thinking. Carlsbury double toe. Eltink is just a sitting duck without that ERS, and Legend is through. Is Carlsbury going to have a go down the inside? No. And I think fair play to him. He doesn't want to go for a move that really is. And now Legend just loses the back end through turn 2, and this is Carlsbury's good effect. Red Bull against Ferrari. It's like Verstappen against Vettel here. Killed us through down to nearly making contact. Carlsbury on the inside line, Legend on the outside line. Somebody has to blink first, and it's Legend. And Darkbolt is through on Ginger as well. And they're desync. Darkbolt and Ginger both desync. Darkbolt's out of the race. Carlsbury's through into the lead of the race. There's so much going on, we can't keep up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and look at Carlsbury. You know, he gained the position on Leyenda. Leyenda tried to do the switchback, and just right behind that incident between Ginger and Darkbolt. But I have to say that Darkbolt should not give up, because we've seen, look at Dashi, you know, he was quite far from the grid when he made the mistake, but now he's getting closer and closer. So if I can give an advice to Darkbolt, is just to keep on. As we can see, Ginger, I think, no, he's gonna wait behind until the DRS zone and try to move on the main straight.
Legend just makes a slight mistake there coming through Parabolica. We should see the first round of pit stops begin to happen. We're third through the race here at Monza in the Evaluation Race 2. It's Carlsbury who leads. Legend second, Eltink in third, but Ginger, is he going to have a go at Eltink? The two Dutchmen going to go at it down towards turn 1. No, Eltink hangs fire, and I think Ginger realised he wasn't going to get the move done. He backed out of it right at the last second, and he stays in 4th position. Tell you somebody, though, who was really beginning to catch my eye through the field, and I predicted him for P3 as well. Scuba is beginning to come through the field. He's on the back of Callboy, past Powdy, and is now a second clear of his teammate. As we just see, I think Legend dipped the wheel into the gravel there, and has just made a slight mistake. But Scuba's getting into this, though.
And what is surprising me is that and Elting has lost it. And could
And by Nathan, yeah.
Yes. Will he try to all run the outside? No, he doesn't. But Nathan goes a little bit wide, and definitely the Ferrari is gonna have a better traction. But he has no ERS, and that's gonna cost him the straight line speed.
He definitely must have. Yeah, sorry, he definitely must have automatic ERS on Elting, because I've seen him not save up that overtake mode at all in this race. We see the first round of pit stops though coming in. Oh, and the Ferraris are going to double stack. Elting has sped into the pit lane as well. Legend is into the pits. Elting, realising he's coming into the pits. Look at the Ferraris. Elting has made an absolute disastrous decision here. Set of mediums go on for Legend, and Elting now has got to wait for the mechanics to be ready. And luckily they are ready this time. And he hasn't been cost much.
What did you expect? I mean, it's Ferrari, you know. They always bottle in strategy.
But Elting actually has only been cost. You would normally say he's been cost about 12 seconds. 8 seconds for the original pit stop, being held as a double stack, and then 4 seconds roughly for the pit stops. I've noticed that they're actually quicker getting the mechanics out, which is good to see. So he actually has only been cost 8 seconds as opposed to what could have been 12 on the last game, which is not bad at all, to be honest.
No, it's not. Yeah, exactly. It could be worse, but look at the time he lost, that he's actually behind Darkbolt and Scuba. I mean, oh, and look at that. Nathan lost control of the car. He almost spins, but he was able to save it on the grass. But now Corboy could have looked down the inside through Parabolica, but I think they're both going into the pits, so probably they won't try and overtake. Yeah, they both... Oof. Oof.
Oh, Corboy into the back of Nathan! Coming into the pit lane. I think he was trying to go around the outside of him into the pit lane, to be honest. The pit window is now open, lap 11 to 13 for a set of mediums for a one-stop strategy. That's just came up beyond the spectator menu, which I've got not covered up, which is great. But there we go, and I've just lost all of my user interface, which is great as well. But Dashi, on the back of Patrick, though, you were saying about Nathan. I had to have a think about where Nathan was on the track, because I thought he pitted, but he hasn't. And it looks like he's actually came out ahead of Corboy as Elting speeds into the pit lane and has retired the car. So he's DNF'd out on track. Unfortunate.
He should have ended the race just so you can have more information about his pace. Unfortunate.
Yeah. First DNF out of the race. It's a shame. Oof. To be honest, I understand his decision. Scuba, by the way, on Corboy, trying to go down the inside.
Oof,
is he? Could get for the switchback. But no, Scuba hangs fire. The two Irishmen, these have had two good battles. These have had two very good battles, by the way, before in TMC. And Scuba and Corboy will be looking to try and reclaim that again. You can see where this one is going, because the McLaren, the papaya-coloured car, is just going to go pretty much waltzing backwards, because Scuba now around the outside line has got Corboy as he tries to fight. Scuba's gone too deep, and now Darkbolt actually could have a burn on all three of them, to be honest. Now Corboy and Scuba are under pressure. Darkbolt now has got past Corboy, so it was actually Corboy that went a little bit too deep, and Scuba went too deep as well. But now Darkbolt could be calling the bluff right here. The racing point on the back of the Irishman. This is for a net P6, I think, out on track. And now you can see the racing point against the Renault closing in, not using up any overtake mode, and you can see Darkbolt just well on by.
But wait,
Scuba's down the inside.
Yeah.
Oh, trying to go around the outside. Very hard move to pull off this from Scuba. Darkbolt against Scuba. Corboy right in the background as well, trying to get a double till through Curva Grande. This is fantastic stuff. God. Scuba on the inside line, always going to favour the inside line through Curva Grande, and I think Scuba is just about going to pull off on this one. Darkbolt still keeps it there, and still keeps it there, and Corboy's going to try and do a part in the Red Sea. Goodness me. Scuba's got the move done. Darkbolt, the one that loses out. 2-1, really doesn't go, but it proved to be very clean, but that's why you don't go too wide into the Della Roggia chicane, because you get cost of position, and now Darkbolt actually is going to mince my own words there, because he's going to come back at Corboy and retake the position for 9th place out on track and for a net P6. Unbelievable stuff.
This is being silly, but I love it. I mean, great action, great fight. I mean, they're losing a lot to the cars ahead. We can see that Scuba is now 4.4 when he was 2 point something, but this is great action.
Oh, this is unbelievable action. We're nearly through halfway. Goodness me, what's going to unfold in the second half of the race? It is Dan Morris who leads from Patrick in second. Legend now leading ahead of Colesbury, by the way, within the pit stops. So the Ferrari really getting ahead of the Red Bull man. This is from the net lead as well. Colesbury beginning to get closer to the back of Legend. And it's a Scandinavian battle as well. I've just clicked up on because it's Denmark against Finland here in terms of Legend versus Colesbury. Who's going to come out on top of this one, do you think?
Poof, too close to call, honestly. I prefer not, because then I jinxed it, and I don't want to jinx any driver. You know, I prefer not to speak.
Prefer not to speak. We don't want any commentators' curses. We've been free of the commentators' curses so far, so hopefully we are going to see it continue, and nobody will be partaking in the James Head drinking game, as I now like to call it, when we commentators curse a driver out on track.
I mean, we're way too early in the game to actually start cursing drivers. You know, I think it's not the moment yet.
Oh, Dockle just running wide there, round Ascari. It's on the back of Scuba. Corboy not too far off either, 6.5 tenths off. Dark Bolt. This is for a net 5th position with Dan Morris and Patrick still to come in. Actually, Dan and Patrick started on the medium compound of tyres, as now Dark Bull ranges up on a move for Scuba here. Nathan as well is going to go on Ginger and flies on by, actually, as we come straight on board. The AlphaTauri man goes a little bit too deep, but is through, and he's up into net 3rd position, and Dark Bolt is through as well on Scuba. Had to sacrifice one move there, but Dark Bolt is through, and he's up into a net P5, P7, currently out on track. So 2 good moves there by Nathan and Dark Bolt.
Yeah, definitely. Really good move, and I have to say that Nathan played his cards really, really well.
We've got a battle actually unfolding through Curva Grande as well. Further down the field, this is Kelvin and AJ. Kelvin has made up a few positions in this race so far. Both have been into the pit lane. AJ on the inside line. Kelvin trying to keep it all the way around the outside. And on the outside line, Kelvin has to give way to the Alfa Romeo man on the inside line. AJ picking up a 3-second time penalty, but it's through and he's up to 13th. Very good battle that through Curva Grande.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and yeah, Dark Bull got a penalty, and probably Scuba got a warning for that.
Dark Bull, did you just see him through Ascari?
Yeah.
Gone completely half spun nearly. Coming through Ascari, got caught on that inside curb. Scuba could have easily chumped up that one for the move. Cowboy now has dropped off this battle, so it's now Dark Bolt and Scuba for current P7 out on track. It looks like it could be round 2 between these two, because Scuba now lines up a move on Dark Bolt. You'll see him to the left-hand side, and now you'll see him behind. Scuba getting the move done into turn 1, through the rest of the chicane. Dark Bolt going to try and get him, but now it's through, and Scuba actually floors it out through Curva Grande, and he's through and he's up to 7th.
Actually, this is not related to the battle we're watching, but the corner, the turn called Curva Grande, it's actually like they're really original, the Italians, because Grande means big and then Curva is turn, so you know, big turn. Wow, there's a and Dark Bull almost loses the car. Yeah, definitely these drivers are going to their limit.
Drivers really going to their limit here. It's unbelievable to watch. I mean, we are halfway through. If evaluation race 3, by the way, is anything like this, I'm sure Aiden and Consi will be having a very good time. Patrick, by the way, is on the back of Dan.
Bye-bye, Dark Bolt.
What happened there?
Yeah, he lost it on the exit of Ascari. I mean, you could see that one coming. He was risking too much, and in the end, he lost it.
It's a shame for Dark Bolt. I did come on board with that late, so I didn't see it. That's why I asked what happened. But Dark Bolt has spun it from P12. Dashi, by the way, is getting back into this. Maybe for a net P9 out on track. But the German from pole position really hasn't had it his way after that early contact. But now Dashi on the back of Powdy, not getting the move done, the Irishman. I should say the German on the Irishman. But could he go through Curva Grande and get this move done? Damo still leads, Patrick 2nd, Legend in 3rd, Colesbury in 4th, Nathan filling out the top 5 currently. Nathan's had a really good race, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, has he undercut Ginger in the pit stops? Because I think they've always been P5 and 6 since coming out that pit stop.
Yeah, I think it's actually. I think they always were there, to be honest, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they've been in and around the same time, I would think, since I came on board with them. 5/10 of a second separating Nathan and Ginger, but it is getting going now for the net lead of the race as Carlsbury is all over the back of his fellow Scandinavian, and you can probably see where this one is going to go. Overtake mode to good effect. Bye-bye to Fossey, I think, down on the left-hand side as Legend goes sailing backwards behind Carlsbury. Carlsbury is through and he's into third place out on track, but that is for the net lead of the race. Easy as you like. And actually, Legend just gets caught on the inside sleeping policeman and is going to try and come back as we see Dashi going for the move there on Parody and gets it done down the straight to the German through, and he's up to P10. The Legend not fighting back currently, but Patrick and Dan are getting going, and if these guys stay out, I would imagine them to pit this lap, however, but if Dan and Patrick stay out for a lap or two longer, Cosby and Legend are surely going to be right on the back of them in, what, 2 laps' time?
Yeah, or even less. At the end of this lap, maybe, we could see, could see them just
Patrick!
behind.
Oh, goodness me, I thought he was going to go for the move. Sorry to cut in there in your Paco, but Patrick had a great run of speed with the overtake mode. He's now going to use it up to good effect. He wants to get past Dan in this battle for the lead of the race currently, but he's running out of ERS. He's got to maintain that.
He's going to send it.
Oh, you nearly called it there. I thought he was going to send it, to be honest. Down the inside, he doesn't. But look at the gap this is costing them. Dan and Patrick, rightfully, as I said, into the pit lane. Now puts Carlsbury into the lead of the race, and rightfully so, because he's just had the new fastest lap and is pulling away from Legend.
Yeah, and Ginger on Nathan. He's going
P3.
down the inside. Well, before. Before the corner. Easy overtake. Oh, but wait, Nathan hasn't said his last word.
Oh.
But not a good, not good traction. But now with maybe some overtake mode, he could actually.
Yeah, ran the outside. I could see where this was going because Nathan now ran the outside, using that overtake mode to get alongside. He just warns that Ginger is there, and Nathan nearly getting the move done through Karagonde. But I think that was a warning shot fired from Nathan to the back of Ginger, saying, "I'm here, mate. I'm right on the back of you. Get a move on."
And one thing that you actually said when Darkbolt and Scuba were fighting. We said that Corporal was out because he was losing time, but look at that, he's back again at Scuba. I mean, he's only 4:10 behind with DRS and lots of energy to spend.
Oh, Ginger spun!
Ooh.
Sorry to cut in, sorry to cut in, Paco, but Ginger has just spun through a scar. He caught on board with that late. I saw there was yellow flags, and Ginger has spun through a scar. He uses the reset to track feature, which will be disallowed, I think, in the main races from next week. Not sure about the evaluation races, but
wow.
And Ginger actually gets a 5-place grid 5-second penalty for gaining the position when he's corner cutted. That's the game's fault. But here's Callboy and Scuba. Bye-bye, Scuba, Callboy says as he passes him. So the McLaren man threw him to P4. Callboy's really came back into this though.
Yeah, definitely. Callboy showing good pace.
Parody and Darkbolt going side by side through the Ratafilio chicane, and Darkbolt actually now on the inside line. Cavagrande is his favourite place to get an overtake done, and when you look at that, Darkbolt is through and he's into P9 out on track down the inside of Cavagrande once again. Brilliant stuff. And Scuba's back on Callboy. What on earth's going on? Callboy dipping a wheel into the gravel, I think, and now Scuba's back up to P4 and Kills into 5th. What on earth is happening with this race?
Lots of things. That's what is. That's what's happening. And then, and it's not only that. We have multiple battles, and we have Powdy on Darkpool, and we have also Kelvin, trying to catch Jacob.
Yeah, Kelvin as well on Jacob. Oh, it's Ginger has spun it. No, sorry, it's Dashi. Round at Ascari.
Oh
Dashi, the German, second time in this race. As he rejoins track, luckily the ghosting system is in operation. And AJ just goes by. Yeah, Dashi, ghosting system is in operation, I can report, which is fantastic to see. Something that they've fixed. Killed, by the way, on the back of Scuba. Here comes Callboy on the back of Killed, though. Are we going to see Too wide. Kill's going to have it down the inside on Scuba. Not quite. And Callboy boxed in to good effect there by the Brit. But now the Brit is under pressure. Because Callboy is on the back and Ginger's not out of this either. He made a mistake and now Callboy overtake more than a half. Through Curva Grande, down the inside line, pinpointed to absolute perfection. And he's through and he's up to P5. Good use of the overtake mode, that.
Yeah, definitely. We can see that Scuba has more ERS than Corboy and Kylie. So that's gonna be crucial, I think, in the final laps.
Yeah, just looking on board with Ginger, he had 70% of ERS coming to these four. Has got the most ERS.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't see Ginger, that's why I compared Kylie, Corboy and Scuba, but definitely Ginger has the most ERS, and definitely we're going to have an interesting battle going on between these four.
I thought Kylie was going down the inside of Callboy through Parabolica. Goodness me, but now that puts Ginger into play to try and get the Williams man as Callboy is going to try and attack Scuba. You can probably see where this one's going in terms of Callboy and Scuba just ahead, but we're right on board with Ginger and Kill. We're going to be so close down towards turn one. Ginger very late on the brakes. Brilliant commitment on the brakes as well, but look at Callboy and Scuba side by side. Ginger could possibly get these two if he gets a good run through Curva Grande. Oh my god, Callboy and Scuba nearly touched through Curva Grande. Goodness me. This race is absolutely insane. Callboy and Scuba leaving nothing unturned here. No stone unturned, and Callboy stays in fourth. How? Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, definitely brilliant stuff. And I have to say, I mean, this race is just amazing. Maybe we're lacking some battle at the front that we had at the start, but not now. But look at this. I mean, 4 drivers fighting for P4. This is amazing.
You know how I said everyone would have to leave it on the line, I think, tonight? I certainly think this for at least for a few of the drivers, because it's been brilliant to commentate on and absolutely brilliant to watch from our perspective in the commentary box. Lap 22 out of 27 has just begun. It's Carlsbury who leads from Legend in second. The gap, which was 0.7 of a second before Carlsbury got that move done, is now 3.6 seconds in favour of Carlsbury. So Carlsbury's really pulled away on fresher tyres, and now is Scuba going to have a fight back on Callboy? I think the answer to that may be yes. Down the inside goes the Irishman on his fellow countryman. Into the back of him. Slight brake, slight anti-lock, slight lock up on the brakes there by Scuba. Nearly went into the back of Callboy. Just give him a little bit of a love tap, to be honest. Nothing else. Scuba trying to fight Callboy. Round the outside he comes, through into the Della Roger chicane. He's not going to have it round the outside here, is he? No. Callboy stays fourth.
Yeah, Callboy is lacking ERS, while Ginger and Scuba have some ERS to spend. So Callboy, I think, is he has like an ultimatum. You know, he's gonna have really difficult to try and save this position. Look at that, really fast Scuba down the straight.
Yep, says goodbye to Callboy. Goodbye to Callboy there from Scuba, and he's up to P4. But look at what this is doing, all of this battling. Look at he's latching onto the back now. Again. Dark Bolt is latching onto the back. Amazing. So we could have a 5-way battle for fourth, which is unreal.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Scuba's lost it through Parabolica. Scuba losing it through Parabolica. Got caught on the inside curve. Powdy has made a mistake as well. I think he got caught out by Scuba reversing on track. Scuba catching the inside curve. And that's him now out of that P4 battle. So 5-way battle might have now just become 4.
Again. You see, you had to shut up. I mean, you didn't have to say anything, because then you open your mouth and this happens. But Dark Ball, watch out, because Dark Ball could actually make a move on Kylie just before the Roger chicane. No, he's not.
My goodness
But he gives a little tap.
Yeah, right on the back of him there. Dark Ball is warning his fellow countrymen, I'm here and I'm ready to stay, because he has actually got worse tyres than some of the guys ahead. Like Killed, who's got 2 lap fresher tyres than Dark Bolt, but Dark Bolt has came into play because of all of this battling. It's now beginning to bring... I'm not imagining things here, but if all of these 4 battle, Dan Morris and Patrick surely aren't out of this either. They're only 3.5 seconds back down the road.
Yeah, and actually they are on softs.
Exactly.
Ooh. And Dan Morris almost lost it. But yeah, this could actually be an interesting aspect. Probably they will catch just on the final lap.
Yeah.
So, if they do.
I will instruct you to have a look at the penalties now, because I know Honey Badger will want the penalties for the race, as we're going to ride on board with a possible three-way down towards turn 1. Ginger is through.
Yes!
He's onto the grass goes Ginger. Goodness me! He nearly lost control of the car. He has lost control of the car. And Kill goes round the outside of Cowboy.
Through what?
Ginger has rejoined. Oh my god, how have they got through there cleanly? Ginger rejoining track. It's 4 wide. It's nearly box formation as they come through Cara Grande. This is going to end in absolute tears for somebody. It has for Dashi, who has spun through turn 1. 3 wide in towards the Delamonte chicane. How on earth Ginger into the back of Kill, but how on earth they've kept it clean there is absolutely beyond me. Brilliant stuff. Darkball, what a recovery. Oh no. Knew that was going to happen. Ends in tears. Darkball out the race.
I mean, it was hilarious because Khalid and Darkball almost loses the back end of the car on the same spot, just on the exit of Lesmo. And then I think Ginger was way too optimistic, and it just ended Darkball race. I mean, I think there you could actually blame Ginger for that.
Lord Hulton and Dashi, I think, have had contact as well through the second Lesmo. Just having a look at that on the mini-map, just seeing them change positions. Dashi, it really has not gone his way at all. Has the Williams man. But now 4 become 3 now.
Well, yeah, I mean, we still have sort of a fight, and just going quickly, a rundown of penalties, just really quickly before this escalate again. Carlsberg only has a penalty, while Allende has plenty of penalties. We could say he has 3 penalties. Then we have Nathan with 5 penalties. Corboy with only 2 penalties, but on his last warning. Then we have Ginger with 2 penalty and a 5-second time penalty. Then we have Khalid with 2 penalties. Dan Morris with only 3 penalties. Patrick with 4 penalties. And then we have AJ with 4 penalties, and closing the top 10, Paudi with just a penalty.
Beautiful cut there, as now Ginger is going to go around the outside on Cowboy. This is through. Oh, beautiful stuff. Cowboy knew that move was not for fighting. Tucks back in. Ginger through to up to P4. 3 has now become 4 again. Dan Morris is on the back. I did say he would catch.
Oh yeah, he's actually I mean, I thought he was even more far away than what I saw. What Corboy! Oh, he saved it.
Killed.
Amazing save, but also Khalid. I mean, the Williams and the McLaren, good save from them, because it seemed like they were gonna lose the back end. But yeah, and we can see now that Morris taking advantage, saying, "All right, thank you very much," and now he's heading to Ginger.
Yeah, possible P4 now on the cards for Dan Morris. Killed, by the way, actually touched the back end of Cowboy, which is why both of them nearly lost it through Parabolica. He tried to go for the move down the inside, but it happened a few laps ago when he tried to go and got caught on the curb, trying to go for the move down the inside. That's what happened there, and Cowboy and Killed lived to fight on another day for 6th position. And look at the speed of Killed, actually. He's right on the back of Cowboy, just taking too much speed. But now, he's on the back of him. Patrick's not out of this either.
No. I mean, Patrick, it seems like he's in the end gonna catch, but the thing is, will he have enough time to try and move on the cars ahead? Because the good thing is that Corboy doesn't have DRS, but then he has Kylie that has DRS from Corboy, so I think he's gonna have a difficult situation here.
It's the final lap of the race. It's gone by so quick. It's the final lap of the race, and Dan Morris is going to go for the move on Ginger before the DRS zone.
Yeah, I think that was a bit naive, but let's see if I mean, it's gonna be an easy comeback from Ginger.
He's using overtake mode to try and fight off the back of Ginger. Just about fighting him off, to be honest. Ginger now with the DRS. Here he goes. Down the inside line. Goes Ginger on Dan Morris, and he's through to P4. Good move, and Killed. He went down the inside of Cowboy once again. Just in the background, a shot there, but final lap of the race. We'll come on board with Carl the Legend in just a second. Here comes Dan. Around the outside of Ginger. I'm
Running
gonna have
out
to
of
call.
fury.
Oh, yeah, stays in behind. I think realises the DRS zone will be coming up.
And could Corboy actually get back in the fight just before the race ends? Because because if Dan Morris tries again and move on Ginger, I think Corboy could actually have a chance down Parabolica.
Let's have a look. Let's see if Dan is going to have a go at Ginger. Dashi, by the way, sets a new fastest lap of the race. Through the final corner, by the way, comes Carlsbury. Don't think Dan's going to go for the move, but Carlsbury ran the final corner. The Finn has won in evaluation race 2, and Killed is trying to go for a move, I think, on Cowboy through a Scary.
Oh.
And has ended up in the gravel. So Kill now down to P8, and I think that's where he's going to be finishing. Legend, by the way, across the line in second. Apologies about the camera work. Nathan is going to finish in third. Dan is going to have one last go down the straight. Not quite, but he gets him on penalties anyways. Dan picks up P4. Cowboy does, actually. So Cowboy finishes P4. Dan P5. Ginger Killed. Patrick P8. AJ across the line on P9. He fought quite well up the field, actually. Powdy with no penalties goes up to 7th. And J. Cole up to 7th. Unbelievable. Lord Holton 12th, Scuba 13th, Kelvin 14th, and Dashi will be the last one home in 15th. What a race.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say, in defense of those people that are getting that many penalties, that this game is even more strict than the previous one. I mean, getting penalties is a common thing. So I think this game is going to be key, like not getting penalties. Those drivers that are actually quite consistent without getting penalties, like for example, you know, drivers from previous season, like maybe Storm or even Mashiro, you know, going to them. I think if they keep like that no penalty strategy, I think they're gonna win a lot this year, if you know what I mean.
Oh, what a race. It is Cosbury though, the Finn, the flying Finn of TTML, who takes the race win here in Italy in evaluation race 2. He'll be very happy with that. I'm not really happy with my voice going towards the end of that race, by the way. I'm still talking somehow, but goodness me, what a race. Cosbury wins. Legend has finished second, and in the AlphaTauri in third was TTG Nathan, I do believe. So penalties really changing up things, and there are the final results here. J. Cole, the only one not to pick up any penalties, which I have to salute him for, to pick up no penalties around Italy. Driver of the day, by the way, went to Ginger, who finished P6 but started in 5th, so I'm not sure how that was awarded driver of the day, but still, Cosbury has won in Italy from Legend in 2nd. Nathan has finished in 3rd with Cowboy in 4th, Dan Morris in 5th, Ginger in 6th, J. Cole finishing in P7 with Parody in 8th, Killed in 9th, Patrick rounding off the top 10 with AJ in 11th, Lord Holton in 12th, Scuba 13th, Kelvin 14th, Dashi with the fastest lap of the race in 15th, Dark Bolt and Eltink, the two not to finish. And my driver of the day, I've got to give it to Cowboy, to be honest. Really fought well, drove cleanly, had a great fight with Scuba for nearly half of that second half of that race. Cowboy gets my driver of the day. What about you?
Oof, it's actually a difficult call, but I would actually say Carl Berry, because I think he actually managed, you know, to get away of all those incidents. You know, he didn't make a single mistake, and he just waited for the opportunity, because remember that for the whole first stint, he was just behind both Ferraris, you know, and I think he did, and the Williams, and I think he did well in waiting. So for me, he did a impeccable race. So driver of the day for me.
Driver of the day for you goes to Cosbury, which is absolutely fantastic. That is the end of the racing here tonight in evaluation race 2. We're going to be back tomorrow though, myself and yourself, Paco. We're going to be commentating on evaluation race 5, which I haven't got the graphics for, so I'm going to have to memorise everyone's names and nationalities and all sorts during this, the next 24 hours. But we are going to be back, as I say, for tomorrow night. If it's anything like tonight, I think we're going to be in for a right old treat again.
Yeah, I mean, and I think the good thing about tomorrow is that we have some old, you know, people that we know, some old, I'm actually looking for the word, but I'm going to move on. But yeah, because we have, for example, Tarly, you know, Conti, then we have also Maith, Jeffrey, Atlas Copo. I mean, most of the people that race there in that evaluation race are people that, you know, that raced in TTL F1 League 2. So it's gonna be good to see those drivers, you know, and see if they have improved from the previous game.
Yeah, it is going to be very interesting to see how these guys have evolved from game cycles from F1 2019 to F1 2020. Well, hopefully we are going to have... Oh, we see the race results just confirmed, by the way, on your screen right now. Carlsbury legend Nathan Corboy, Dan Morris, your top 5 in what was a fantastic evaluation race. We're going to do it all again tomorrow night. But... you can follow the league on Twitter, of course, at TTML_F1 is the Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter as well, at B52Head. That's Bravo52Head, as Kevin McGinley likes to say. And Paco Suarez, what is your Twitter? Because I see you're not in the description on our channel. But what's your Twitter so people can follow you?
P Suarez_19.
P Suarez_19. You've heard it there first. That is Paco's Twitter, and I'm sure we'll get that up added in due course. But thank you so much for tuning in to TTML Evaluation Race 2. Nearly got confused there. We're going to do it all again, as I say, tomorrow for Evaluation Races 4 and 5. Thank you so much for watching. I've been James Head. He's been Paco Suarez. Please take care of yourselves, and we will see you tomorrow for Evaluation Race 5. Until then, goodbye.